my name is Dennis from Happening, professional student with the image. I would like to ask you about silicon strip detectors, but there are many commercially available detectors, and those microstrip detectors and pixel detectors that are used in the high-energy physics community for tracking devices, if they can find use in imaging or medical imaging devices.
The question was whether microstrip detectors might be useful here. And certainly there are plenty of groups looking at silicon microstrips as the first element in a Compton scattering image. Actually, silicon has some advantage because of its low Z value. It promotes scattering. By and large, however, strip detectors of silicon are not useful in standard gamma ray applications for the same reason, because of the low Z value. There are strip germanium detectors that are now starting to be commercially available, and their principal application still today is using them as Compton imagers. So there's a company, small company in Oak Ridge in the US that is producing these for that purpose.
I have a question. Don't you think that the readout capability, the evolution of the readout capabilities is somehow slowing the evolution of new materials? Because it's easier to get more information out of old stuff?
I don't really believe that's the case, because the growers of crystals are trying very hard to improve the quality of their crystals. It's just that it's a very difficult problem. And you're right that some of the motivation for improving transport, for example, of holes is now perhaps not so important because of these readout techniques. So less attention would be paid there. But it's still quite important to get good electron transport. And that can only be done if the crystal, number one, is free of impurities, and number two, free of dislocations and other crystal infections. It is still, I'm afraid, in the world of crystal growth, that the greatest challenge is still remaining.
Well, let's thank Professor Knoll for an outstanding lecture and go to the coffee break.